The stars above Earth shone like scattered diamonds. From orbit, the planet looked peaceful, a pale blue jewel floating in the darkness. On the surface, humans went about their lives, unaware, or perhaps unconcerned, about the ripples spreading across the galaxy. Most civilizations had already sensed them, the quiet, unassuming humans who had always seemed ordinary. And now, the galaxy had made its announcement. The Galactic Council, a coalition of the most powerful civilizations in known space, broadcast a message in every system. The transmission was crystal clear, but its words were harsh and direct. War is inevitable. Every civilization must choose a side. Preparations must begin immediately. The galaxy will test the unprepared, and the weak will fall. Across the stars, panic spread like wildfire. Worlds braced themselves. Military fleets roared to life. Technology labs ran experiments at feverish speed. Even peaceful civilizations, those that had long avoided conflict, mobilized in fear. Every world interpreted the message as a threat. Every world except Earth. On Earth, the announcement triggered something very different. Governments gathered in emergency councils, but instead of panic, there was quiet determination. Humans were ready. Not because they had massive fleets or countless weapons, but because they had something the galaxy often underestimated: ingenuity. In Geneva, the Earth Council convened a meeting of scientists, strategists, and leaders. Dr. Lena Harris, the chief astrophysicist, was already at the table. Her long, dark hair fell over her shoulders as she studied the holographic display of the Council's message. Her green eyes gleamed, reflecting both curiosity and a strange satisfaction. War, she said softly, leaning back in her chair. They finally admit it. They finally realize the galaxy isn't peaceful. And maybe they've underestimated us again. Commander Raj Malik, the head of Earth's planetary defense, nodded slowly. He had seen the same arrogance in countless alien communications. The galaxy had always assumed humans were primitive, too weak to survive space, too emotional to make logic-driven decisions, too small to matter. And now, the galaxy was about to see a different truth. The Galactic Council expects us to react like everyone else, Raj said, his deep voice steady. But we don't have to. We won't panic. We won't play by their rules. Let them think they are preparing for a normal human response. We will show them something they cannot expect. Lena smiled faintly. She had been studying alien behavior for years, and she had already noticed a pattern. Most civilizations relied on overwhelming force, strength, technology, numbers. These were the things they valued. Humans, on the other hand, excelled at creativity, adaptability, and thinking differently. And humans could make the impossible happen, often with little more than wit, determination, and collaboration. Outside in orbit, Earth's defense systems hummed quietly. Unlike other civilizations, humans did not rely solely on massive fleets or automated armies. Instead, they had designed a network of interconnected stations, satellites, and energy shields that could work in harmony to protect the planet. It was subtle but effective, and it was all powered by human ingenuity. Meanwhile, far beyond the solar system, a single observer watched. Cloaked in light that bent around their form, the alien being had been monitoring humanity for centuries. They had seen humans survive catastrophes, adapt to hostile environments, and solve problems other civilizations could not even imagine. And now, as the Galactic Council's war announcement spread, the observer felt a thrill of anticipation. They are ready, the observer whispered to themselves. Their voice was a vibration in the void, carrying meaning without sound. Finally, they will show the galaxy what humans can do. Back on Earth, the news channels reported the Galactic Council's message endlessly. Experts debated possible scenarios. Panic spread in some cities. Some people feared the worst. But most humans, especially those in leadership and scientific positions, treated it as an opportunity. In New York, Lena and Raj joined a small team of scientists, engineers, and diplomats in a secure command center beneath the city. The room was filled with holographic displays of star maps, alien fleets, and planetary systems. Humans had already begun analyzing data to detect weaknesses, patterns, and opportunities. They were learning to see the galaxy not as a threat, but as a puzzle waiting to be solved. "We need to observe first," Lena said. "If the Council thinks this is war, they will overreact. They will make mistakes, and we will use those mistakes to our advantage. But we cannot rush. Precision is key. The galaxy is counting on chaos, but humans thrive in order, in clarity, and strategy." Raj nodded, tapping a holographic control panel. "We also need to prepare the people, not with fear, but with knowledge. The galaxy will test us, yes, but humans are resourceful. If we educate everyone, engineers, medics, pilots, students, civilians, they will be ready to contribute. Everyone has a role." Lena studied the holographic map of the galaxy. Stars blinked, connected by lines representing travel routes and communication channels. Every major civilization had its own symbol, color-coded for strength and influence. Humans had placed themselves in the center, not as a threat, but as observers. "The galaxy believes we are weak," Lena said quietly. "They think we are small, insignificant, easy to crush. They do not realize that humans have survived against impossible odds on our own planet. Now the galaxy is about to discover that human resilience is not limited to Earth. It extends across the stars." Outside, the command center across the planet, ordinary humans went about their day. Farmers worked in the fields. Children played in the streets. Workers operated machines and built structures. Scientists made discoveries in labs. None of them knew that humanity's future was about to collide with the wider galaxy in a way no one could have imagined. The Galactic Council continued its broadcasts, issuing commands and preparing fleets. Leaders across alien civilizations strategized furiously, assuming humans would falter under pressure. But on Earth, the mood was calm, focused, almost serene. Humans had a different kind of preparation: intelligence, cooperation, and adaptability. They were ready in ways no one else expected. High above Earth, Lena and Raj watched a satellite relay the Galactic Council's latest communication. Ships from other civilizations were already beginning maneuvers near strategic points in the galaxy. Humans did not move their fleets yet. They watched, they calculated, and they waited for the perfect moment to act. A message arrived on Lena's console, encrypted in a format unfamiliar to most aliens. She opened it carefully. The text appeared in a shimmering script. "They have arrived. They are ready. Observe closely, for the galaxy will be surprised." Lena's eyes widened slightly. She glanced at Raj, who raised an eyebrow in silent question. "The observer," Lena whispered. "They're watching us, and judging by this, they approve." Raj leaned back, a small smile on his face. "Good. Let them watch. Let them expect fear, hesitation, and panic. We'll give them something entirely different." For the first time in centuries, humans felt a thrill that no announcement from the Galactic Council could shake. The rest of the galaxy saw a fragile, ordinary species on a small, pale planet. But Earth smiled. Not out of arrogance, but out of readiness. Not because humans sought conflict, but because they were prepared for anything. And deep in the void, the observer noted, "At last, humanity is ready to meet the galaxy on their terms." Lena turned from the holographic map, her mind racing with possibilities. "This is only the beginning," she said. "The galaxy believes they are forcing our hand, but humans have always played the long game." Raj nodded. "Let them announce war. Let them prepare fleets and weapons. Let them underestimate us. Because when the time comes, the galaxy will see what humans have always known. The game has changed, and Earth is ready to win it in its own way." Outside, the stars continued to shine, and Earth remained a quiet blue jewel in the darkness. But now that jewel was awake. Now it was alert. And the galaxy, so confident, so arrogant, was about to learn that humans were not the species they thought they were. The war had been announced, and Earth smiled. Earth buzzed with quiet activity. While other civilizations scrambled to produce massive fleets and powerful weapons, humanity focused on preparation in ways the galaxy could not see. Ordinary cities became centers of innovation. Laboratories expanded their work. Engineers, scientists, strategists, and even students participated in projects that seemed small but were incredibly effective when combined. In Geneva, Dr. Lena Harris stood at the front of a large conference hall. Holographic displays rotated around her, showing detailed maps of nearby star systems, fleet movements of alien civilizations, and simulations of possible scenarios. Around her, representatives of Earth's military, research, and diplomatic divisions watched attentively. "The galaxy believes strength comes from weapons," Lena said, pointing to a simulation of an alien fleet. "They are wrong. Strength comes from intelligence, coordination, and adaptability. We are not behind them in power. We are ahead in thinking." Commander Raj Malik stepped forward. His uniform was simple, but his presence demanded attention. "Humans have a history of surviving against impossible odds. We have adapted to every challenge on our planet, from natural disasters to disease, from environmental collapse to societal upheaval. These skills will carry us across the stars." Lena smiled. "Exactly. And while they prepare for war, we will prepare for innovation. Every citizen has a role. Engineers will work on energy manipulation systems. Scientists will study alien communication patterns. Pilots and operators will simulate fleet coordination. Civilians will help in research, logistics, and problem solving. Every mind counts." Meanwhile, far above the Earth, satellites silently observed the activity of other civilizations. Ships moved in formation near strategic points, and communications relayed military codes at lightning speed. Other planets assumed Earth would panic or attempt to build enormous fleets in response. They did not realize humans were already preparing, in secret, without revealing their true capabilities. Lena turned to a young prodigy, Arman Patel, who had designed an energy shielding experiment in his small lab. "Arman, your model could help protect entire planets," she said. "We need to scale it, and we need to test it carefully." Arman's eyes shone with excitement. "We can do it, Dr. Harris. I've run simulations. It's just a matter of energy distribution and timing. If we get it right, it could make conventional weapons useless against Earth." Raj nodded in approval. "See? This is exactly the kind of innovation the galaxy will not anticipate. They are building fleets of ships to fire lasers and missiles. We are building solutions that make their weapons irrelevant." As Earth's teams worked tirelessly, Lena analyzed alien communications. Patterns emerged, subtle and consistent. Every major civilization had a common flaw: arrogance. They believed that technology alone could win any conflict. They undervalued creativity, intuition, and collaboration, skills humans had honed for millennia. "We need to exploit this," Lena said to Raj. "We can anticipate their moves because they repeat themselves. They act with predictability, assuming no one will think differently. Humans think differently. That is our edge." Raj's face broke into a grin. "Good. Let them assume we will panic. Let them expect fear. Humans are not just ready. We are inventive, and the galaxy won't know what hit them." Back in orbit, the mysterious observer floated silently. They had watched humans for centuries, and each new observation confirmed what they already suspected. Humans were unlike any other species. They did not rely solely on brute force. They adapted, improvised, and solved problems using tools that other civilizations could not even imagine. "They do not yet understand their own potential," the observer whispered, "and the galaxy is blind to it. Soon, they will demonstrate it in ways no one can predict." Earth's first major step was subtle. Lena and her team deployed a series of energy relays around the planet. Each relay appeared small and ordinary, but together they formed a network capable of immense defensive power. While alien civilizations built massive fleets with hundreds of ships each, Earth had created a network that could shield entire continents, redirect energy flows, and even interfere with communications. Next, Lena focused on analyzing alien languages and codes. The galaxy had always assumed humans were slow to learn alien communication methods. They were wrong. Within weeks, Lena and her team decoded complex alien signals. They discovered weaknesses in coordination, gaps in strategy, and patterns that could be predicted. Humans were preparing for battle, but not in the traditional sense. They were preparing to outthink the galaxy. Raj oversaw the training of Earth's new generation of operators. Pilots practiced evasive maneuvers, engineers designed improvisational systems, and medics learned to adapt to unfamiliar environments. But the most important lessons were about teamwork, creativity, and problem-solving under pressure. Humans were learning to act as one organism, each part enhancing the other. At the same time, Lena initiated a diplomatic strategy. While the galaxy assumed Earth would send formal ambassadors, humans instead created small teams to interact subtly with alien representatives. They listened, they learned, and they sowed seeds of doubt and curiosity. Some aliens began to wonder why Earth did not panic, why humans did not amass weapons, why humans seemed calm, almost confident, while others rushed to prepare for destruction. Across the galaxy, other civilizations noticed. They whispered among themselves. Some laughed at humanity's seeming inaction. Others grew uneasy. A few quietly began to observe Earth more closely, trying to understand why humans were different. Meanwhile, Lena and Raj met in a secure lab beneath Geneva. They studied a projection of the galaxy, plotting Earth's next moves. Their arrogance will be their downfall, Lena said. They expect humans to respond in fear, to build ships, to fire weapons. But we have something stronger than fleets. We have understanding, creativity, and adaptability. The galaxy cannot predict what humans will do. Raj leaned forward. And when they finally realize it, it will be too late. They will see humans as equals or better. And it will not be through force, it will be through brilliance. Lena nodded. Exactly. This is our advantage. The galaxy prepares for war, but humans prepare for opportunity. Every challenge they send our way, we will turn into a solution. Every expectation they set, we will exceed, and they will not see it coming. Weeks passed and Earth continued its quiet preparation. Citizens were informed, trained, and engaged, yet the galaxy remained unaware. Humans launched small satellites to monitor alien movements, developed energy redirection technologies, and ran simulations to test responses to countless scenarios. They prepared not to destroy, but to outmaneuver, outthink, and outlast. One day, a major alien fleet appeared near the outer edge of the solar system. It was massive, filled with ships designed for battle, equipped with weapons far more advanced than anything humans had ever seen. Most civilizations would have panicked. They would have scrambled to build their own fleets, terrified by the sheer scale. But not humans. Lena and Raj stood in the command center, watching the alien ships on a holographic display. They expect us to respond, Lena said. They assume fear. Let's give them something else. Raj smiled. They will learn, and they won't forget. Humans are not just surviving. We are demonstrating a new kind of strength. The alien fleet paused, scanning for signals. Humans had deliberately made no aggressive moves. Instead, satellites and sensors quietly gathered data, analyzing the fleet's formation, speed, and technology. Humans learned everything they could about their potential opponents without firing a single shot. From orbit, the mysterious observer smiled. They continue to grow. The galaxy underestimates them at every turn. Soon humanity will no longer be a curiosity. They will be a force the galaxy must respect. And back on Earth, Lena addressed her team one final time before the first major challenge began. Remember, she said, the galaxy assumes war is strength, but humans have another strength. It is not firepower. It is creativity. It is cooperation. It is intelligence. We are underestimated. That is our greatest advantage. Use it wisely, and the galaxy will learn what humans have always known. Raj added, we do not fight like others. We think like others do not. That is how humans win. The world watched, calm but ready. The galaxy assumed panic, chaos, and fear. But Earth had another plan. As night fell, the stars above shone on a quiet planet that seemed ordinary, but it was far from ordinary. Humanity was awake. Humanity was aware. Humanity was preparing in ways the galaxy could not imagine. The war had been announced. The galaxy underestimated Earth, and Earth smiled. The Galactic Council had grown restless. Every civilization had shown its strength, or tried to, but Earth remained calm. For weeks, human activity had seemed almost ordinary. While fleets of alien ships prepared, simulations ran at light speed, and entire planets mobilized their forces. And now, the Council had decided it was time to test humanity in a more direct way. A message arrived on every major communication channel. The first challenge begins. Each civilization must send a representative team to participate in the Council's tests of readiness. Only those who prove their skills may be trusted in the coming war. Other civilizations bristled with pride. Massive fleets were sent, carrying the best pilots, strategists, and war machines. They expected humans to send a handful of representatives with minimal skill, and they planned to dominate them easily. But humans had something very different in mind. In Geneva, Lena Harris and Commander Raj Malik prepared the human delegation. "We will not bring weapons," Lena said firmly. "We will bring intelligence, strategy, and creativity. That is our true strength. Let the galaxy think we are weak. Then we will show them something no one expected." Raj nodded. "We have trained every member of our team. Pilots, engineers, medics, diplomats, they all know how to work together. Humans win when we think differently, when we adapt quickly, and when we solve impossible problems. That is our edge. They will see it soon enough." The human team consisted of 12 members, each chosen for their unique skills. Among them, Dr. Lena Harris, expert in strategy and alien communications; Commander Raj Malik, leader and tactician; Arman Patel, energy systems prodigy; Sophia Chen, master of logistics and operations; Jamal Rivers, pilot and simulator specialist. Others included medics, engineers, and problem solvers. None carried weapons. None needed to. Their mission was to outthink, outplan, and outmaneuver the galaxy's expectations. The team boarded the human shuttle that would take them to the Council arena. It was modest by galactic standards, a sleek, fast vessel with advanced sensors and a few energy shields. Alien representatives scoffed when they saw it. "The humans have brought nothing," whispered a leader of the Krethian Empire, whose fleet dwarfed Earth's small shuttle. "This will be easy." The shuttle entered the Council arena, a massive space station orbiting a neutral planet. Holographic banners displayed the symbols of dozens of civilizations. Massive observation windows looked out into the void, where fleets were stationed in elegant, intimidating formations. A booming voice echoed through the arena. "Welcome, civilizations, to the first challenge. Here you will demonstrate your readiness for the coming war. Your performance will be judged not by strength alone, but by strategy, innovation, and problem solving." The humans glanced at one another, then at Lena. "This is it," she said. "Time to show them what humans can do." The first test was deceptively simple. Each team had to navigate a simulated asteroid field and recover key data crystals scattered throughout. Other civilizations deployed fleets of ships, each equipped with weapons and shields, expecting to crush the competition. Humans, however, used observation, calculation, and timing. Arman Patel took the controls of the shuttle's navigation systems. "The asteroids are moving in predictable patterns," he said. "If we anticipate their movement, we can avoid collisions entirely." Sophia Chen mapped the field on a holographic display. "We can create a synchronized path," she suggested. "Each of us will move at calculated intervals. No risk, maximum efficiency." The team executed their plan flawlessly. They collected every crystal without a single collision. Other civilizations struggled, losing ships or damaging equipment, frustrated by the unexpected precision of humans. The next challenge tested resource management. Each team was given a limited supply of energy and materials to build a temporary base on a barren moon. Aliens immediately deployed massive construction machines, blasting structures into place with firepower. Humans, however, used efficiency, cooperation, and ingenuity. Jamal Rivers suggested using a combination of natural terrain and minimal energy to create a stable base. "Why expend more energy than necessary?" he asked. "We can use the moon's magnetic field to stabilize structures. Gravity, terrain, and energy together. Simple physics, maximum output." Within hours, the human base was complete, stable, and functional. Alien teams stared in disbelief. Their massive structures required far more energy and materials, and yet were less stable. The third test involved diplomacy. Teams were assigned to negotiate with representatives from other civilizations under strict conditions. Most aliens approached this competitively, trying to outwit or intimidate others. Humans took a different approach. Dr. Lena Harris led the human delegation. "We will cooperate where possible," she explained. "If negotiation helps achieve objectives, we do it. If competition is necessary, we will use strategy, not aggression. Our goal is to solve the problem, not dominate the other team." The humans formed alliances with several alien teams, sharing resources and intelligence in carefully calculated ways. Other civilizations grew frustrated, expecting humans to act selfishly or predictably. Instead, humans solved each diplomatic challenge efficiently, often creating solutions that benefited all parties. The final challenge was a test of problem-solving under pressure. Each team faced a simulated disaster, a series of cascading malfunctions in their base and shuttle systems. Aliens panicked, attempting brute force solutions. Humans remained calm. Armin and Sophia analyzed the systems. "We can reroute power through auxiliary channels," Armin suggested. "It will stabilize everything without risk of overload." Commander Raj Malik coordinated the team. "Prioritize critical systems. Communicate clearly. We have trained for this." Within minutes, humans stabilized the simulation. The alien teams watched, stunned. Every expectation they had about humans, weak, panicked, emotional, was shattered. Humans acted with precision, intelligence, and calm under pressure. The observers, in the council arena, whispered among themselves. "How are they doing this? They have no fleet, no weapons, yet they excel in every challenge." The mysterious observer, watching silently from beyond the council, allowed themselves a small smile. "This is why humans are different. This is why the galaxy has always underestimated them. They do not fight as others do. They think as others cannot." When the test concluded, the results were clear. Humans had performed perfectly in every category: navigation, construction, diplomacy, and problem-solving. The council had expected the humans to fail or struggle, but instead they had set a new standard for ingenuity and adaptability. The Krethian leader, still scowling, turned to another representative. "These humans, they are extraordinary. We did not anticipate this." Lena Harris and Raj Malik stood together as the results were announced. "The galaxy sees us now," Lena said quietly. "Not as a weak planet, but as a species to respect. And we did it without firing a single shot." Raj nodded. "This is only the beginning. They will continue to underestimate us, and every time they do, humans will find a way to surprise them." Back on Earth, news of the human team's performance spread quickly. Citizens cheered not for war but for creativity and intelligence. Schools held lessons on human ingenuity. Scientists gave public demonstrations, and the world watched, in quiet pride. Humans had faced the galaxy's challenge and excelled without conflict. The mysterious observer made one final note. "The first challenge is complete. Humanity has proven what we always knew. They are exceptional. The galaxy will not forget this demonstration. And Earth. Earth is ready for what comes next." As the human shuttle returned to Earth, Lena looked out at the stars. "The galaxy expected fear, hesitation, and weakness. We gave them something else. They have underestimated humanity again, and they will continue to do so until they realize we are capable of things no one has imagined. Raj leaned back, smiling. Let them think they understand us. They do not. And when the next challenge comes, humans will be ready in ways they cannot anticipate. Above the earth, the stars shone brightly, calm and steady. Humanity had faced its first galactic test, and had passed not through firepower, but through intellect, collaboration, and unshakable calm. The galaxy had underestimated Earth once again, and Earth smiled. The first challenge was over, but the true test, the one that would define humanity's place in the galaxy, was only just beginning. The galaxy had assumed it knew Earth. After the first challenge, whispers of human ingenuity spread slowly, but many civilizations still underestimated the pale blue planet. They thought humans had only succeeded by luck or coincidence. They believed the humans' calm and clever strategies were impressive, but ultimately limited. They were wrong. In the orbit of a neutral star system, the Galactic Council had organized a second, more demanding series of tests. Every major civilization was invited to demonstrate their war readiness, or as they believed, their capacity to dominate. Massive fleets assembled, and alien diplomats buzzed with confidence. Earth, as usual, was quiet. Humans did not rush to display strength, nor did they show off their new technologies. Instead, they sent a small delegation, led again by Dr. Lena Harris and Commander Raj Malik, along with a larger team of scientists, engineers, and pilots. None carried weapons, none needed to. This is it, Lena said, looking at the holographic display of the Council's arena. The galaxy believes strength is firepower, but we have something stronger than fleets and lasers. Strategy, creativity, and coordination. That is what wins wars. Not destruction, but thinking. Raj nodded, and the galaxy will learn it the hard way. Again. As the human team approached the arena, alien fleets bristled with weapons. Massive Krethian ships and towering Dravari cruisers surrounded the neutral planet, their crews confident that Earth's small shuttle posed no threat. But humans had already observed patterns in the fleet's formations. They knew every movement before it happened. The first task in the second challenge was more complex than before, a simulated planetary crisis where entire colonies had to be protected while neutralizing threats in space. Alien civilizations immediately deployed overwhelming force. Energy beams, shields, and fleets moved aggressively. Every move was precise, but predictable. Lena turned to her team. Remember, observe. First, do not react like they expect. Humans succeed when we act differently, think differently, turn their predictability into an advantage. The humans split into specialized teams. Arman Patel focused on energy redirection, manipulating power flows to create safe corridors for colonies. Sophia Chen coordinated evacuation plans and logistics, using algorithms that optimized speed and efficiency. Pilots like Jamal Rivers guided civilian shuttles through hazards, anticipating obstacles before they appeared. Aliens watched in growing confusion. Humans moved calmly, almost slowly, but with remarkable precision. Every calculation was exact, every adjustment perfect. The humans were not racing, they were orchestrating a symphony. One of the alien leaders barked an order. Increase firepower. Push them back. But the humans were already steps ahead. By observing alien fleet patterns, they diverted energy beams harmlessly into space and guided their colonies out of harm's way. Their bases were stabilized using energy shields and auxiliary systems built from minimal resources. Where aliens expected panic, humans exhibited clarity, control, and brilliance. Lena watched the holographic map, noting each alien move. They always overestimate themselves, she said softly. They rely on force, not thought. And every time humans will show them a better way. Raj smiled. It's not enough to survive. We need to demonstrate a different kind of power. Let them see it. Let them understand what humans are capable of. As the task progressed, humans began using small but ingenious methods to solve impossible problems. Instead of blasting through obstacles, they created temporary energy pathways, rerouted power, and collaborated with alien teams who were willing to cooperate. By combining human logic with subtle alliances, they neutralized threats without a single destructive shot. The Council's observers were astonished. Many whispered to each other, How are they doing this? They have no weapons, no fleets. Yet they outperform everyone. The mysterious observer, floating unseen, allowed a rare smile. This is why humans are extraordinary. Not because they destroy, but because they create solutions no one can predict. They are the galaxy's unknown variable, and it is time the galaxy understood it. For the second phase, humans were tasked with constructing a defensive network around the neutral planet. Alien civilizations built enormous, resource-heavy structures designed to intimidate and control. Humans, however, used ingenuity rather than size. Arman and his team designed a lattice of energy shields that linked to the planet's natural magnetic field. Small, efficient, and subtle, the shields could neutralize attacks from multiple angles and were nearly invisible to alien sensors. Where aliens relied on force, humans relied on clever engineering. Sophia coordinated resource distribution, ensuring every unit and every energy reserve was used with maximum efficiency. "We don't waste power," she said. "We use it only where it counts. Less is more." Jamal guided transport shuttles with precise timing, moving supplies and equipment exactly where needed. Humans worked as one organism, every action planned, every movement synchronized. By the end of the task, the planet was secure, its colonies protected, and the alien fleets bewildered. They had used all their power and skill, yet humans had achieved the objective using far less. The final test of the second challenge was a diplomatic and strategic puzzle. Teams had to resolve conflicts between rival civilizations without escalating violence. Aliens assumed humans would falter. They had never known humans to excel in complex negotiations on such a scale. Dr. Lena Harris led the human delegation. "We will not compete. We will cooperate. The goal is resolution, not victory. Think carefully, listen carefully, act carefully. Humans succeed where others fail because we value solutions over domination." Human diplomats analyzed the needs of each party, identified common goals, and proposed creative compromises. Where alien teams attempted to bluff or intimidate, humans used logic, empathy, and strategy. Conflicts that seemed impossible to resolve melted under human ingenuity. By the conclusion of the second challenge, humans had performed flawlessly in navigation, engineering, resource management, and diplomacy. They had achieved every objective, often with elegance and efficiency that left alien observers speechless. The Galactic Council, initially confident that humans would stumble, was forced to acknowledge the truth. The humans had not only survived, they had excelled. They had demonstrated a new kind of strength, one that relied not on weapons but on intelligence, coordination, and innovation. The Crethean leader, still scowling, turned to another alien representative. "These humans, they are remarkable. We expected weakness, and instead we find brilliance." The mysterious observer allowed a satisfied hum. "The galaxy believes in war. Humanity believes in solutions. They will see the difference soon." Enough. Returning to Earth, Lena and Raj addressed the Global Council. "The galaxy continues to underestimate us," Lena said. "They assume strength is destruction, but humans demonstrate strength through intelligence, collaboration, and adaptability. This is our true power," Raj added. "And every time the galaxy underestimates us, we will prove them wrong. Not by force, but by thought, strategy, and unity. Humans have shown the galaxy a new way, and the galaxy will never forget it." Across Earth, citizens celebrated the human team's success. Schools highlighted the victories as lessons in creativity and problem-solving. Engineers, scientists, and thinkers across the planet felt a new sense of pride. Humanity had faced a galaxy full of expectation and arrogance and had won without violence. As night fell over Earth, Lena gazed at the stars. The galaxy expected panic, conflict, and weakness. We gave them clarity, intelligence, and ingenuity, and they will be forced to reconsider everything they thought about us. Raj leaned back, smiling. They thought humans were small, ordinary, and limited. But humans are more than that. They are adaptable. They are creative. They are unstoppable in ways the galaxy cannot anticipate. The observer, watching silently from the void, made a final note. The second challenge is complete. Humanity has proven again why they are exceptional. The galaxy will not know what hit them when humans take their next step. And Earth smiles at the challenge ahead. The second challenge had ended, but the true revelation, the one that would shock the galaxy to its core, was yet to come. Humans had shown their ingenuity, patience, and brilliance. They had transformed every obstacle into an opportunity, every expectation into a lesson. The galaxy still thought in terms of war, but humans had taught it a different language: intelligence, creativity, and unity. The galaxy had never expected this. After two major challenges, Earth had proven that humans were not weak, not panicked, not ordinary. They had survived tests designed to push civilizations to the edge. They had solved impossible problems, protected colonies without a fleet, negotiated conflicts without weapons, and outperformed civilizations that had relied on sheer strength. And yet, most of the galaxy still did not fully understand what humans were capable of. Now came the ultimate test. The Galactic Council had called all civilizations to the central arena, orbiting the oldest star in the sector. This time it was not just about skill or problem-solving, it was about influence, strategy, and leadership. The Council wanted to see which species could guide the galaxy toward survival and cooperation in the coming war. Every civilization arrived with massive fleets and displays of power. Ships of unimaginable size formed lines around the arena, their weapons gleaming with deadly potential. The Crethians, the Dravari, the Tellurians, each had brought their finest, expecting humans to falter. Humans, of course, arrived differently. Their shuttle was modest, its design simple but elegant, with energy shields barely visible to alien sensors. No weapons, no threats, just a team ready to demonstrate the human way. Commander Raj Malik looked around at his team. "This is it," he said. "The galaxy expects us to be small, fragile, and weak. Let's give them a different kind of strength. Let's show them why humans endure, adapt, and succeed." Dr. Lena Harris nodded. "Our strength is not firepower. It is thought, creativity, and collaboration. We will show the galaxy a path it has never considered, and when we do, they will remember it forever." The first task of this ultimate test involved coordinating multiple civilizations to stabilize a simulated galactic crisis. The Council had created a scenario in which a chain of interstellar colonies faced energy collapse, environmental hazards, and internal unrest. Alien civilizations assumed humans would fail at leadership, that their small presence would be irrelevant. Lena and Raj studied the simulation. "Observe patterns first," Lena said. "Every civilization acts predictably under pressure. The galaxy relies on brute force and strict hierarchy. Humans act differently. We use insight, innovation, and communication. That is our advantage." The human team immediately began analyzing the situation. Engineers mapped resource flows. Pilots observed energy patterns. Medics monitored the simulated population's health. Every human contributed, and every contribution counted. Sophia Chen, coordinating logistics, proposed a plan. "We don't need to control everyone. We just need to facilitate cooperation. If we connect civilizations in the right way, each will help the other, solving problems faster than they could alone." Raj approved. "Exactly. Humans do not command through fear or intimidation. We coordinate through understanding. That is what makes us strong." The humans reached out to alien teams willing to cooperate. Using logic, diplomacy, and carefully shared information, they created alliances that stabilized energy grids, repaired colonies, and resolved disputes without conflict. Alien civilizations that had relied on competition and force found themselves amazed and, in some cases, frustrated. Humans had solved problems in hours that would have taken other species weeks. The council watched, impressed despite themselves. The humans did not dominate through firepower but through intelligence, collaboration, and insight. This was a different kind of leadership, one the galaxy had not anticipated. Then came the final phase, a test of vision. Each civilization was asked to propose a plan for the future of the galaxy, one that would reduce conflict, increase cooperation, and ensure survival. Most aliens presented plans based on military alliances, weapon stockpiles, and strategic dominance. Humans presented something different. Lena stepped forward and addressed the council in a clear, calm voice. The galaxy assumes war is inevitable, that strength comes from weapons and fleets. But true strength comes from knowledge, cooperation, and adaptability. Humans have survived not by destroying others, but by thinking, by creating solutions, and by working together. She displayed a holographic projection of a network connecting all civilizations. Energy, resources, knowledge, and communication flowed freely between them. If we share technology, support one another, and plan together, the galaxy can survive challenges that no single civilization could face alone. Strength is not in destruction. Strength is in unity and innovation, the council murmured among themselves. Many species had never considered such a proposal. Their entire history had been shaped by conflict and dominance. Yet the humans had not only proposed peace, they had demonstrated it in action. Every simulation, every challenge had shown that collaboration worked far better than brute force. Raj added, "Humans have faced countless challenges on Earth. We have survived environmental disasters, disease, societal upheaval, and scarcity. We do not conquer through violence. We solve problems, adapt, and endure. The galaxy can learn from this approach, and if it does, all civilizations will be stronger." For a moment, silence fell over the arena. The alien fleets, once confident and intimidating, now seemed uncertain. The humans' modest shuttle, unarmed and simple, had revealed a power far greater than any weapon, the power of thought, ingenuity, and unity. Even the Krathian leader, previously so proud and scornful, bowed their head slightly in recognition. These humans, they do not fight like the rest of us, and yet they have achieved more than any fleet could. The mysterious observer, floating unseen, allowed themselves a satisfied hum. Finally, the galaxy understands. Humans are not a species to conquer or dismiss. They are a species to learn from, to respect, and to follow. Earth has done what no other civilization could. Earth's team returned home, hailed as heroes, not for their weapons but for their vision. People across the planet cheered, proud of the species that had once seemed ordinary but now stood as a beacon for the galaxy. Schools held lessons in strategy and problem-solving. Scientists were celebrated for their innovations. The world had proven that strength was not measured in destruction, but in intelligence, creativity, and moral leadership. Lena and Raj stood together on the observation deck of the Earth Command Center, looking at the stars. "They finally see it," Lena said softly. "The galaxy sees humans as equals, maybe more than equals. They see what we can do when we work together, when we think, when we innovate." Raj smiled. "They expected panic, weakness, and fear. We gave them clarity, intelligence, and unity. Humans have shown the galaxy a better way. And Earth smiles at the future we have created." In the weeks that followed, civilizations across the galaxy began reaching out to Earth. Some sought alliances, others advice, and a few even asked to study human methods of coordination and problem-solving. The galaxy, once arrogant and war-minded, had learned that humans represented a new kind of power, one built on ingenuity, cooperation, and adaptability. The mysterious observer made one final note. "The galaxy has been tested. Humanity has shown its brilliance. Now Earth will lead by example. The universe will remember the planet that smiled when war was announced and taught the galaxy that true strength lies in intelligence, unity, and courage." Across the Earth, citizens looked up at the stars feeling pride and hope. Humanity had faced the expectations of the entire galaxy and had exceeded them, not through violence but through thought, innovation, and cooperation. The blue planet shone quietly in the void, a beacon of potential. The galaxy had announced war, expecting chaos, fear, and destruction. Instead, it found calm, intelligence, and brilliance. And Earth smiled, not with arrogance, but with quiet confidence. Humanity had proven itself. The galaxy would never underestimate them again. The stars above twinkled like diamonds, reflecting the hope and ingenuity of a species that had learned to turn every challenge into an opportunity. Earth had shown the universe what humans could achieve. The galaxy would remember.